One more time for Kyle Larson. Big slider on Tanner Thorson. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. And it is Young Money getting it done. Night 1 of Midget Week. Steven Schnapp breaks it through 3 and 4 for the final time and will get it done here tonight in Tri-State.
This is Rip the Fence.
Call me Big Daddy.
Presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Time for yeah, you damn right I got time out there.
Also brought to you by Hercules Tires.
So my first question on episode 97 is, why do you think I love Seabell more than you?
Maybe because whenever I've been in the media center doing interviews and you ask about him beating me with a smile on your face,
What?
That's probably why.
Tony Bachhoven messaged us the other day saying, you have a lot of Larson tweets lately. I'm just saying. I'm trying to even it out here.
Because I called you out finally.
That is true. That's good stuff. So the first win with the Outlaws, what did that feel like?
At like first career win or this year?
This year, coming back to racing after you won the Chili Bowl. Then your next race was what, with the Outlaws winning?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to win there at Peebly, especially with being a big paying race for everything that was going on with the limited crowds and all that. And yeah, I mean, anytime you win an Outlaw race, it's awesome. So to do it at Peebly too, a track that I've always wanted to race at, was pretty neat. So yeah, it was just really cool. I've been through a lot here lately too, so it's just kind of rewarding. Personally, and to all the people who've stayed, supporting me, just winning that Outlaw race was awesome. And then it kind of, definitely gave me a lot of confidence and momentum, and it was now led into a lot of good finishes and a lot of wins.
Have you ever been on a hot streak or felt as confident in a dirt car as I would imagine you do right now, given your success?
I would say, yeah, in 2017, really, I had a streak of 7 in a row between Cup, World of Outlaws, and All-Stars, I think. And, I felt like our wing sprint car with the 57 was really, really good then. I felt really confident no matter where we went. And then, this streak has been a little different, just because I won some Outlaw races or Peevely. I guess I hadn't felt good up to when this streak started. We went to Knoxville and ran like 10, went to Jackson, I think we ran 11th, and then we got our stuff better at Peevely, but then we went to Lake Ozark the next week and struggled the first night, finished second, almost won the next night. And then those all-star races that I ran and throughout Oklahoma and all that area, I finished second to Riotsville at Red Dirt, and I felt terrible. My car did. And then I won the next 2 nights in the rubber and felt really bad. Then just kind of thankfully it took rubber, and I was in the lead when that happened. And I had Zeb push me around the track one night, and then Riotsville pushed me around the track the next night. So, but that started our streak. Well, I guess I won. No, I didn't. I didn't win Knoxville. I won those races, and then but I didn't feel good. Just felt like we kind of lucked into those wins. But then once we got to Knoxville, I felt really good. And then going, anytime I go to a USAC race, I feel really confident, especially when I get into really nice equipment like Chad Boat's got. So yeah, this streak's felt a little different, but it's been more, or I guess it's been harder work this streak for sure.
At this point, are you just race hunting? Like, I mean, you won both of them in Knoxville, and obviously got to be a favorite going to the Nationals. Pretty much the only race you haven't won that's the biggest dirt race. Yeah,
I mean, I hope we can go there and have the same speed we did for the Outlaw races. It kind of shocked me that we were that good because we struggled there really bad last year, and then struggled there the first Outlaw race this year. So yeah, I mean, we went to Knoxville and had a really good car, and we passed and beat, the best guys at Knoxville over the last decade and a half. With Donnie, passed him for the lead and won. We lapped Gravel the second night. I passed Sweet and Brown for the lead the second night. So I'm definitely, feeling good about it. But, the format's so different for the Knoxville Nationals. It just makes the event, different than just a regular kind of format for the Outlaws.
You and Paul, your crew chief, Paul Silva, on the sprint car deal, what about that relationship works? Like, I've never met him, but I think I've heard you say, that he's kind of a tough nut to crack sometimes. What about your guys' relationship, works and makes it work, makes you guys so good together?
Well, I think together, we don't have a ego at all. I think we both believe in each other 100%. And we both believe that without each other, we're not nearly as good. So I think if you can have that, kind of type of relationship and thought process going into it, it makes things, easier to become successful. So with them, racing with them, though not full time up until this year, since 2012, we've always gotten along great. I've always heard stories of him being really tough on other drivers, and getting into arguments and stuff like that. But with me, we've never had, any sort of, night go like that where we've argued or anything. We'll crack jokes at each other that we've messed up or done this and that. But, I just believe in everything he does as far as, when it comes down to setting the race cars up, running a race team, just everything that goes along with it. There's nobody better than him.
Yeah, it's incredible. You just, took everyone's money at USAC Indiana Midget Week. I don't even know. First and seconds only, basically, throughout the entire thing. How good are the boat cars right now compared to the rest of the USAC garage?
Well, there's no garages in USAC.
Pit area. Pit area. You always got to bust my balls.
Yeah, I do. But no, Chad's stuff is really, really good. It's built extremely well. There's not a nicer car in the pit area, with components and all that. And then you throw in really good race car drivers too. It makes it stand out even more. So, I would say the only other car I feel like that has a setup, close to being as competitive as Chad's right now, at a USAC race would be Tanner Thorson. He's really fast no matter where they go too. So, it was fun to get to run their car. I've been, now able to race for a lot of good teams, with Keith and then Chad, and then running my car too. Last year, it's nice to have an opportunity to kind of compare them to each other. So, and I feel like that helps give me some more experience and knowledge when it comes to racing those teams.
At Midget Week and not just run your own car.
Sorry, what was that? It kind of chopped up there.
Why did you decide to run for Chad at Midget Week and not just run your car?
Yeah, just logistically with my car, it just doesn't work. When we're racing sprint cars, we just can't race my midget because I don't have a truck and trailer. When I ran out west, we used our Paul's sprint car truck and trailer. So that's already out in the Midwest. So just if we were to do it, it's just messy and Paul's about being 100% organized and doing it the right way. So it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work out with my car. So thankfully, I was able to get in touch with Chad and Christine Auction jumped on board with them to let me run his car, and I had a lot of fun, and it was awesome to be able to challenge for wins every single night.
Are you going to be Dillon's teammate at PA Midget Week or what?
I've looked at the schedules a little bit, and I don't think that I will make it to Pennsylvania Midget Week. Hopefully my next time in a midget will be 4-crown, but I don't really know yet. But yeah, I mean, it would be fun to get to go to Eldora and run a midget again. And I did have a lot of fun in Pennsylvania doing that last year. But I was looking at my schedule last night, and I can't remember what aligns during that same time, but I can't do it.
You should go all four. I was going to say he should go for all four in the 4 Crown. Get a Silver Crown ride and a non-wing sprint car ride. You can do that now, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, wing or non-wing sprint cars are a little bit scary, especially Eldora. So
what?
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna run a non-wing sprint car at Calistoga. So if that goes smooth and I feel comfortable, maybe I'd take the wing back off the Eldora.
Wow, I never thought you would say that.
I never did either, but then watching
scary. Scary's not even in your vocabulary.
No, it is. I've been scared only a couple times in my career, and non-wing sprint cars are at the top of my list.
Wow.
What about them makes you feel that way?
Crashing. Crashing hurts in everything, but for whatever reason, even a tip over in an non-wing sprint car hurts. So that's what keeps me from them. I've had a lot of fun racing them. You know, they're extremely fun race cars, but you have to run them so hard, and I never like the feeling when your left rear tire feels like it's coming off the ground, and so often in a non-wing sprint car I've felt that way. But you know, I feel like setups have kind of migrated away from getting where you're wanting to bike up. So I think that's what would make me more comfortable coming back, is if I knew my car was not going to bike, I could run it hard and be fast.
I don't know if we've talked to you since your Chili Bowl win. Just the emotions of that, did that have the feel of one of the biggest races of your life?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've won a lot of races and big races, but you know, Chili Bowl, I've been, you know, working towards that for 13 years, and I've been close, you know, not all of those years, but I feel like the last, you know, 6 or 7 years I've, you know, been a favorite or been close to winning, and had, you know, issues go on, you know, whether it be mechanical or just mistakes on my part, and came up short. So to finally have it all come together and then be in my own car with Paul Silva's, you know, first time as the crew chief there, it just made the whole thing special, and feels like you know, it all those other, you know, heartbreaks kind of happened for a reason for this year to feel as special as it did. Did it feel as good as you expected it to feel, as you dreamed that it would feel to finally win? I mean, yes, yeah, and maybe even more, you know, just, you know, winning it, like I said, winning with my own team, and being able to pass Christopher, you know, in an open track and not kind of snooker him through that traffic or anything like that. It all kind of made it, I think, seem even better. So, yeah, it's cool, and I hope that I can continue to go there with my car and be, you know, win a lot of races there.
Can you realistically win an Outlaw title?
Not this year, but
not this year.
Eventually. I mean, yeah, I think realistically, I'm only 27, so you know, who knows where my career will go from here. But you know, eventually, yeah, I plan with the Outlaws someday, and you know, I think as long as I'm with Paul Silva, there's no reason why I shouldn't, you know, at least have an opportunity to. And we always, you know, aside from those races that we ran this year, we finished, you know, 10th and 10th, I think, again at Lake Ozark. We were always in the top 5 or 3 with the Outlaws. So that's what it takes to win championships. And I think Paul's team is more than capable of doing that. You know, he builds great race cars, fast race cars, and I think if you got all of that, you can definitely contend.
You always said that Cup Series racing was your ultimate goal. Is that still your ultimate goal?
Cup Series?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love the opportunity to get back there and race. I feel like I've got a lot left to prove there, personally and professionally. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely love to make it back there, but at the same time, I'm just happy to be racing, and I'm having so much fun right now. Driving all different types of race cars, every day of the week. Kind of taking me back to 2011 and 12 when I had the most fun of my career. And now I get to do it with my wife and my kids, and traveling around my motorhome. It's honestly been more fun than I've had in a long time, and it's just stuff that I hoped to be doing 10 years from now or more, but it's come sooner, and I'm kind of happy that I'm getting to do it at a young age and before my kids are in school or anything like that. So but yeah, I don't want to ever close the door on a NASCAR opportunity, because like I said, I feel like I've got a lot left to prove there.
Different than in 2011 when you were not necessarily trying to prove yourself, but you were still a relative unknown, and you were just out there, racing as much as you can.
Yeah, it's different. I feel like I've got, since I'm a bigger name than I was then, I've got a lot more fan support at each of the racetracks. I feel like I'm able to bring fans to the races, just when they hear that I'm coming. So that's really cool. And then, like I mentioned, just it's the biggest difference is me just learning that, how to set your dump up and where to dump and all that. Having my two kids around. I didn't have kids or any more grown up, and it's a lot of fun.
How much fun is Owen having being able to go to victory lane with you all the time?
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun with it. I think he's gotten a little too spoiled with it, because the couple nights that I didn't win, he was grumpy and was mean mugging Wyndham at Putnamville, and then the last night there at Kokomo he was growling at Tanner. So he's getting a little too spoiled with it. So we might have to. He might get some more reality checks here in Pennsylvania. That's for sure.
Well, it was good to talk to you. It's good catching up with you. Congratulations on the success, and just keep kicking the PA guys' ass. You have one win in PA?
No.
More than one?
Yeah.
Come on, Tyler.
I won 2017, I think, or 18. I won 3 in a row here in Posse Land. We went to where'd we go? We went to Path Valley and won. That was my first ever win in Pennsylvania. Then we went to Lincoln the next night and won. Then went to Grandview the following night and won there. And then went to Hagerstown and ran like 10th. So
there was one point you struggled in PA.
Oh, no doubt. I used to hate coming to PA just because, I was really bad here, and the fans reminded me that I was really bad here. So, now that I've had some success, I enjoy Pennsylvania, and I enjoy the fans here too. They're the most intense race fans throughout the world. So they love their posse, and I hope they don't ever try and claim me.
Yeah. Well, what would you be claimed as right now? An outlaw?
Me? I don't know. I don't know. Just
your own outlaw.
I guess. True outlaw, whatever. Different types of cars.
Yeah, you're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. I'm just a racer.
Just a racer.
All right, we'll get back to camping. Thanks for calling into this thing. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
See ya.
Sir, are you aware you were going 40 miles an hour? This is a residential area.
Sure, but I'm on my lawnmower? Wait, am I getting a ticket?
No, I've just never seen anyone top 9 miles an hour on one of those bad boys. And mow their entire lawn in 30 seconds? What got into you?
Well, it did fuel up at Sunoco this morning.
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. We've been doing it for American racing for over 50 years. Fuel your best.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Go to HerculesTire.com. There you can find the nearest authorized Hercules retail location to you. Plus, you can use the tire tracker to find out which Hercules tire fits your vehicle the best. That's HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Kyle Larson, good stuff.
Yeah,
he didn't rule out NASCAR.
No, and I think, you got to be realistic, right? I mean, I think that there's never been this debate, but there's no debate right now, especially that he is a premier level talent, and he has the talent to race on Sundays, and he should be racing on Sundays. So, I think the thing that's going to be interesting to me is, if the opportunity does arise for him to go back, does he do it, or does he continue to just do the dirt stuff? Because there's, he even said it. He loves what he's doing right now and being able to travel around the country, pick where he races, pick what he races, and when he races. Mm-hmm. So, while there's obviously a draw and there's an appeal and a desire to want to get back to Cup, I think it's got to be the right situation. So, be interesting. As a fan, I love to see him racing the dirt stuff more, because there's nobody like him out there. There's nobody that I enjoy watching more than watching Kyle race. So selfishly, it's been great to have him back in the dirt stuff more.
Tony Stewart did tell Robin Miller this week, I don't know if you saw this, that he wants to hire Larson.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of whether it can happen. Stewart Haas Racing obviously has 4 cars. All 4 cars are filled right now. There are a couple guys in contract years. I was going to ask him if potentially he would just run the big races in NASCAR, find a cup ride or something, just part-time it for the big
right.
races.
Well, it's hard, right? Because, how many times are you going to be able to just run the big races and get an equipment that it would make it worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, and here's the thing.
Him about racing for Tony would probably let him go race as many sprint car races as he wants. So, that's an obvious bonus, plus he gets to race on Sundays. So we'll see.
And there's obviously the connection with Ford and how, Ford has created the sprint car motor. If he goes over with, I'm not saying Ford wants him or anything. We don't know that for a fact, but we know that Tony wants him just because of the pure fact of his talent. So is he getting your O'Reilly hat shake this week or what?
I mean, I don't know how he can't, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to give mine to Kaylee Bryson, because that was as tough of competition, I think, as there's ever been at Midget Week. And it was her first one, and she qualified second at Lawrenceburg and, had a couple top 10s.
Mine's going to go to Chad Boat. Even though Larson probably deserves one, the fact of the matter is Chad Boat and his team just won every single midget race during Indiana Midget Week besides one, and that was at Kokomo with Tanner Thorson. They won every single race, drove all the way back down here to Mooresville, North Carolina with all the money.
Yep, they did a pretty darn good job.
Ass kicking, man. Chad's going to be one of our guests coming up soon. We got to talk to him about this.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go, D. Welch, your connection. I think it might be my connection. It keeps popping up saying your connection's funky. But pristineauction.com, free $10 on pristineauction.com when you use the promo code. Our producer, Brian Yesowich, used the promo code RIP to sign in to pristineauction.com, and he bought something. I forget what it was. It was like a rock and roll something signed or whatever. I don't know what it was, but he used the free $10 and got it for very cheap. So $10, pristineauction.com. Use the promo code RIP. All right, D. Welch. It was good to talk to your teammate today.
Yes, it was. And I'm glad he's not going to be in Pennsylvania to take all of our money.
Yeah. No question. All right. Talk to you later, man. Good episode.
See ya.
See you. Bye.